Welcome back to Ravenport on Farming Simulator 19 for episode 33 with me, MrSealyp. It's 2:05. I'm up at the store. Oh, just gone 2:05, but we won't argue about that. And I have got some work to do. I'm clearing out the store area from Carlos Reliable Motors, which I've had most of my equipment here most of the time. Now, events of the last 24 hours have changed things somewhat for MrSealyp's farming services. We are going to be moving. I did say an episode or so ago and a few episodes back before that, what would be the time, how would I decide, that kind of thing, and we've come to the end of what we're going to be doing. I think we just did that big cotton harvest. We made a big chunk of money. We bought some new machinery. We've upgraded the yard. We've bought all sorts of stuff over the course of Let's Play. I did what I said I was going to do. I've smoothed this out and I think it looks a lot better actually. There's a small little bump here and that's because we don't own this bit here. So smoothing this little bit here, it wouldn't let me do because anyway, it just wouldn't let me. So I took out the tree that was this side, took out the tree that was this side, dropped this middle bit down and the hump that was here, then smoothed the whole thing out. That's why I'm down to 200,000. I think I was on 208. So yeah, smoothed it all out. It's looking a lot better. I've been moving bits of machinery around the yard because we've got prospective buyers and people coming to look at the farm, which didn't exist at the start of this Let's Play. MrSealyp's farming services. I came from Lone Oak Farm with a dream, with a plan in my head of what I wanted to achieve. And you know what? We've done it. I think I've surpassed what I had in my head, really. I wasn't too sure. The whole landscaping thing was all a bit, pie in the sky, and we weren't sure. And Ravenport was the first map I started playing on when the game came out. And quite a lot has changed. There have been quite a few new mods. I know people are still saying there aren't enough, and there will be, don't worry. But when you just look around, we came here with 500,000 because we started on start from scratch. And we did have it on hard mode originally, and obviously with the new mods and stuff that came out and the changes in the update meant we could change the economy setting, which we did, and the economy changed to easy. We had a bit of a boom locally, and actually I need to leave this over with the seed. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? And we did alright, and we've gradually expanded from one shed and the cows, the bunker silo, to the horses, to the chickens, to the hayloft. We've done landscaping. We've added in this extra shed over here. I'm going to put this just between the two. Drop that down. I have got the New Holland over on field 11 fertilising. That's going to pay out quite nicely. Then field 5 needs doing. Both of those are going to be done before the end of the episode, so we'll have a little bit more money in the bank. I've changed this bit over here because at the end of the last episode we bought this plot of land, which I've been saying for ages we were going to do. We've finally done it, which meant the expansion has continued out a bit further. So what I did was move the water tank from here, which was kind of in the way, over here out the way. Now a lot of people have been suggesting, why don't I use this dip and put the pond thing in? It won't let me. I'm assuming there's some kind of obstruction or something down in there. It wouldn't let me place it. And also because it's right next to this mod as well, it was giving me grief. So I thought I'll keep the water thing. We've just moved it over a little bit, did a little bit of landscaping to tidy it up. So that's been moved. Yeah, it's all going really well. Now the thing is this, before I go, I'm going to finish the fertilising. I also want to sell the eggs. We've got to get rid of those, so I'm going to do that. The cows are fine, they're producing milk and they're doing really well and everything's rosy. Actually we'll have a quick look at that. Field 11's nearly done. That's going to pay 18 grand, and field 5 will pay 20. Not bad at all. So how are we looking? We've got 89 of each of the chickens. They're at 90% cleanliness. That needs a bit of tidying up. Cows have produced so far 5,288. That's brilliant. With the increase in the cows, we are producing milk at a far higher rate. Oh, the horses. Right, okay. So I need to exercise. Actually, I don't need to exercise them now, do I? Because if I'm going to sell them, so I need to get the animal trailer, and we'll take those to sell. I suppose I could leave them for the next person that comes and buys the farm. It would be a bit of a bonus for them, wouldn't it? That was the whole point of us, exercising them and building them up, was to make more money. And like I said, we're already 12, nearly 13 grand up on each of them. So it's all going really, really well. Really happy. Right, so what I need to do then? Let's move this out of the way. Now, for the last 3 episodes, I've barely used the case 7250, which was a workhorse at the start. I said that a few episodes back. It's kind of sad that I haven't. The Big Bud's seen a bit of a workout when I've been doing my off-screen contract work, picking up all the little side contracts, cultivating, ploughing, all those kind of things. That's had a bit of a workout, to be honest with you. But I did wonder whether or not I needed it, because I could have done a lot of it with the John Deere. So there's a lot of lessons to be learned. I've learned a lot from landscaping, trying out various different techniques. The Hayloft mod that came out the other day disappeared off the mod hub. Not quite sure why, an error or something, I don't know. But that went, and somebody said this has gone as well. But I don't know why it would have done. So yeah, looking around the equipment, we started off with the New Holland that's doing the fertilising, and a small trailer, the Strautmann 802, wasn't it? And that was pretty much it. We bought a plot of land. We bought 19 originally, right the way down there, and that turned out to be a bit of a mistake. We did a tiny bit of logging, but that didn't really work particularly well. Of course, we own Field 4. We expanded right out, didn't we? Just trying to think. Yeah, Field 4's ours. When you think we started off with nothing, and we had Field 19 here, that was it. Then we bought this plot here, 21, and started to expand. We then bought, what did we get? We had, didn't we? One over here, didn't we? Was it 2? We did cotton or something on 2, and we bought 11. We did really well on 11, and we bought 4. We bought 18 because we needed some crop for the chickens. We've now just bought 20. You know what? I have to say, I think my initial plan of expanding MrSealyp's farming services has worked. MrSealyp's farming services is expanding itself anyway. Not just MrSealyp's farming services. We're going to be MrSealyp's farming and forestry services. We are, I think you can probably guess, moving to Mercury Farms. There is forestry to be done there too. So we're going to do a bit of an expansion, not just moving to a new map, but changing, upscaling what MrSealyp's farming services does and can provide to the local area. So what I'm going to do now then is, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go and lease a piece of equipment. We'll sort the eggs out. We need to, actually, before I do that, let's go across to contract complete, collect. Field 5, accept contract. So we'll do that. I'm going to head up to the store. Bear with me a moment. This has been kind of my base of operations right the way through the whole thing. Got a load of seed there I haven't used yet. This bit of equipment here has been an absolute godsend. The bag and lifter pack by Not Ready. Just brilliant, so useful. Those are going to be used probably going forward a huge amount. Wow. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to lease. I'm not going to buy it because I don't need it, but I'm going to lease on the cars. I'm going to get a Gator, I think. So that baffles me. 23 horsepower, 83 horsepower. That's a massive difference. And look, for all intents and purposes, identical vehicles. 9 slots, 13 slots. Why the difference? I don't... No idea. Anyway, right, so Mahindra. Lease. Yes, please. Now, I had one of these right at the start. That was one of the things I bought, and I said, when I get a bit of money, I'll probably buy one, and I didn't. So, as a kind of farewell, we're going to go and load up the eggs. I have moved the worker over to field 5. That's now working away over there. What I'm going to do is probably grab one of the horses and take a ride out. Have a look at that once I've gone and taken and sold the eggs. I haven't been out to the dam. It looks phenomenal, and I've kind of been doing all the farm work and haven't really... You know, I suppose, like I said right at the start of this, these maps are amazing. There's so much fantastic stuff. And I think the gold nugget hunts that were on the maps before in 17 really got you to... Why did I come this way? I don't know. To explore, that's my property I suppose, and do what I like, kind of. To explore all around the map, looking for those gold nuggets. You went and found all sorts of areas of the map you wouldn't normally go to. And the time that map makers put into these phenomenal maps, and you know, the detailing and stuff, and then you get into your farm and you get into your stride and you start cracking on with what you're doing, and a lot of it you don't do. You don't go to certain places because there's really no need to. So yeah, it's not one, isn't it? Right, what we'll do is we'll just clean up the feed area. See, that's the only thing, because this won't automatically run anymore like it used to. It's a bit frustrating, but never mind. Unless I just jump out. Will it keep working if I just jump out? Maybe. We'll see. So, what I need to do then, if I get this right, is here. Oh, there we go. That's all I wanted to do. This is going to be interesting. Scrambled eggs, anyone? Out the count from Sesame Street. Two. Oh no, the help actually picked up, wouldn't it? 2. Oh, I'll stop now. I'm delirious. Can I get them in that way? Not about if I rotate that way. Can I rotate you? Oh, you annoying so and so. Oh, let's put it down. You just put it down. Okay. There we go. It seems to have sunk into the trailer bed a little bit. I don't know why it's done that. Definitely got scrambled eggs now. There we go. Right, so this time, let's be a bit more sensible about this. Will that close with it? Oh, probably not. I'm going to be relying very heavily on the straps, I believe. So, like a brick wall, overlap this way. Like so. Kind of like so. Come on. There we go. No, it doesn't like that. I thought I'd be able to go a bit further forward, but it didn't want to. Right. Another one. I don't know how much I'm going to get from these. It's not going to be mega money, but you know what? It's money, isn't it? I can't leave them sitting there out in the open. Needs to be sorted. Let's try that. Nope. Not so good. Bear with me a moment. Let me tidy this up. once I got the hang of it, the rotation and various things like that. Now I don't know if I want to close that back up, but if I put straps, strap there and strap there, nice. Right, best price. Where is the best price for eggs at the moment? Let's have a look. Eggs 6158 at the ranch. That's where we're heading. We're off to the ranch to sell some eggs. There's Mahindra. We are going to the ranch, farm dog. Dear me. You are crabby today. Now, here's a question while we're on the way to the ranch. This is so much better here. I'm so pleased with it. So much smoother. I am heading to Mercury, as I've just said. Now, all the hard work I've done on here, on certain Let's Plays, I know before I've sold an entire island. When I sold on Golden Days of Farming, we sold the island and we moved on. And oh no, did I buy the island with money from Drummard Farm? Yes, that's what I did, didn't I? Could have gone this way, couldn't I? Let's go this way. And sometimes you sell up everything. Drummard Farm was, I think, the only Let's Play I've done where I sold everything. Every piece of equipment, every animal, everything. So I had as much money as I possibly could. Most I just go. On Oakfield Farm I was given a golden handshake by Sir David. And I had a cheque that I took with me to Lone Oak Farm. So there's all different ways of doing it. Some people will just go onto a new map. They'll just put a load of money in, either in the XML files on PC, or they'll use money boxes or whatever. Some people won't do that at all, and that's, like I've said before, you know, whatever everyone wants to do. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take with me one piece of equipment. Now if that piece of equipment has an attachment that goes with it, I will take the attachment too. For example, if it's a front loader and something, or if it's a combine and header or something like that, whichever. But I'm going to let you decide. You choose what piece of equipment shall I take with me to Mercury. Whichever gets the most comments to say that should be it, that's what we'll take. So yeah, it's entirely down to you. I've got a couple of ideas of things I would like to take, but I'm only going to take one. But that's what I'm saying now, is that's down to you. If that ends up being, someone says, well, a Mahindra Retriever, if that comes out as everyone says that, then that's what we'll take. If it's the Harvester, we'll take the Harvester. If it's the K7250, or you know, the plucky little New Holland that's just been absolutely phenomenal. That thing is worth nothing now. If we have a quick look in here, and this is what's amazing about this. Where are we? If we scroll down, where is it? All those seed bags, that's a bit worrying, isn't it? There we go. So if I zoom in, scroll down there, that's got a red exclamation mark and it's worth 16,577. I've had it for 8 days. It's done 52.4 hours with me. That's been repaired and serviced and looked after constantly, but the price still plummets. It wouldn't be worth me selling it, because to buy a tractor to replace it would cost a fortune, and because I've been repairing it and servicing it and looking after it, it works just as well as it did on the day that I first bought it. It's a plucky little piece of equipment, and I wouldn't sell it now. There's no way. So like I say, whatever you think, you guys comment, you tell me what am I going to be taking with me. Let's sell these eggs and see what we make. Now I don't know if I need to unload these or whether it's going to take them automatically at the sell point. This is the first time for me actually selling eggs. This has delivered these perfectly. They're stacked in there really well. There we go. If I undo the straps. Do we want scrambled eggs or... No, we don't. Right, so let's lift up. There we go. Tell you what, this I don't. What do we make out of all of that? Up to 225 now. I want to go back and check that. That will come up on the screen what we just made, and that's what I'm baffled with. I thought each box was 150 litres, right? That is right, isn't it? And the eggs say, I assume that's for 1,000 litres, like everything is, isn't it? It's all for 1,000 litres generally. So that says 6,159 for 1,000 litres. Well, I couldn't have had. Maybe, I don't know. Well, we'll see. It will come up on the screen what I just made. It's more than I thought it was going to be, so that's, you know, it's all good. Right. What we'll do, we'll grab the horse. I think we'll take Tiberius. We'll take him out, get him a bit of exercise, and I want to head out to the dam. I'll have a look before we complete. The worker should be finishing off on field 5. We'll get the New Holland back, we'll get it jet washed, we'll get it cleaned up. I will see you in a bit. This thing's brilliant. I love it. Why have I not had one of these before? I took the Mahindra back to the store. That's gone. So let's have a gallop, shall we? A gallop out and have a look. I'll jump the trough, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. That one is... Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh yeah, Mr. Bean's the... Is it Palomino? Come on, you. Now, if you haven't watched my first look on Mercury Farms, whiz over and have a look. One of the things I pointed out, which I thought was just fantastic. I know on a lot of the maps that have come out, there are riding areas, and you know, the guys that are making the maps are really thinking about all the options available now, which especially on consoles now that we can sell milk and we've got oats and we've got horses now, and you know, all the extra stuff that's been added in, the contracting things now with transport jobs being back in the game and the delivery of everything that's, you know, rather than just doing the crop on the field, getting paid, you know, it's expanded so much. And I said this quite early on in the Let's Play. It's all stuff that I think we've very, very quickly taken for granted. We've taken for granted, especially on console, that on 17, you know, the jump from 15 to 17 was colossal. 15 to 17, mod support, extra map, you know. From 17 to 19, new crops, new animals, you know, the grass bends, the bushes bend, you know, all the amazing stuff that they've done that's taken for granted. I know there have been a lot of things that have needed to be fixed, and there are still issues that need to be resolved, and I totally get that, but you still can't take away from the fact it's brilliant. You know, I know people are still commenting saying it's a car crash. I'm not playing it. It's awful. It's this, you know. And then people are still saying there aren't enough mods, and I totally get that too. But you've got to remember, and I said this right from early on, we came off of FS17 after a 2-year run on FS17, 2 years worth of mods. Now a lot of the top, I mean there were some top quality mods right the way through those 2 years, but a lot of the mods that I got used to using didn't come out till quite late. You know, there were quite a few different mods that came out in the last few weeks of FS17, being a kind of a viable game, if you want to call it that. And some of those mods we haven't got yet. Some of those mods we might not get. We'll get different mods. And you think this is now going to run potentially for another 2 years up until FS21 comes out, if they decide to do an FS21. And then we'll get to the point where on FS21, when that comes out, we'll be like, oh, you think of all the mods we had on FS19, you know. So it's, you got to look at it like that. On the scale of a 2-year run of the game, we're only into what came out in November, so December, January, February, 3 months into potentially a 24-month game period. So there'll be more mods, they'll be coming. There'll be dually pickups, there'll be bigger trailers, there'll be stuff you'll be able to hook up and do daisy chaining trailers and lorries, and there'll be more lorries, and there'll be, oh, you know, there'll be tons of stuff. There really, really will. I'm going to risk it and go across the rickety bridge. I'm going to slow down a little bit though. We don't want the horse dropping through one of these gaps and breaking a leg, do we? That would be horrendous. Oh, that's... We're phasing in and out of this dimension. So yeah, we're coming up on field 5. Let's see how the New Holland's getting on. It won't be far off finished, I don't think. There we go. We'll just ride across someone else's crops and take a quick look. We might need to go out to catch up with it. Excellent. Actually, I better get out of the way. Get out of the way of the fertiliser. Spray the horse with fertiliser, or spread to the horse, whichever. Right. So, the dam. Let's go have a look. I'm curious. Now I know when all the landscaping came out, Clutch Simulations set up an area here, which actually, looking at it, it's incredibly flat. That bit there, it's perfect. Nice little location as well, and that's something else. I think, again, one of those massive changes that we were talking about, or I was talking about, that have just made such a huge difference in that you can put your stuff where you want. You can set it up how you want. Everybody's Let's Play, everybody's map, potentially, is now completely different. There will be some similarities, and you know, coincidentally, people are going to put things in the same place because there's at the moment not as many mods. People are using the same sorts of mods as they come out, because there's not as big a range of choice as there will be. But again, it's that step forward. It's amazing. You know, we're looking forward towards July, FarmCon, Class being involved. You know, you think a Class DLC hits, whoa! You know, John Deere was great, and people love it or hate it. They think it's overhyped, it's this, that, the other, whatever. I love Class stuff. It'll be amazing. So, you know, there is so much to come. I'm making it sound like it's the end of the entire FS19 will cease to exist after this episode. No, I'm feeling a bit nostalgic, you know. Bearing in mind this game came out in November, and Ravenport was the first map I really kind of started playing on. So this Let's Play has been running since then, mixed in with all the other guide to help videos, assistants, whatever you want to call them. And then starting Felsbrunn, did Felsbrunn for a little while, and now we're on to Marwell Manor. Oh, this is interesting. Am I an authorised vehicle? Yes, let's just say we are for the time being. I'm an authorised vehicle. Why does this remind me of the dam on Black Ops? Does a bit. Wow, this is amazing. Again, I suppose, unless there's no real farming reason to be out this way. It's only if you're doing a Let's Play or a storyline that involves the dam, or if you've had any transport jobs that have involved bringing stuff up to the dam. Look at that. See, it's fantastic. Very cool. Contract on Field 5 is finished. Right, I'm going to take Tiberius back. He's probably exercised actually now anyway. And he'll need a bit of a groom and tidy up, and we'll get the old New Holland back, give a bit of a wash, a bit of TLC, a bit of a tidy up. That's very cool. Very cool indeed. So let's head back cross country. Oh, actually that means crossing the railroad. I'll slow again. We'll slow down for that. We don't want the horse tripping. I know it won't. I know it's that kind of. Let's. Yes. Yes, as I was saying, what's been amazing is how a lot of these guys are incorporating the horse stuff in. That's what I started saying way back, wasn't it? On Mercury Farms, Jim's gone the whole hog. There's Pattern Stables, and there's like a horse riding little arena bit there. But he's putting a bridle path on there as well that runs up the side of the map with little horse jumps like logs and various different things up the bridle path. Like I say, a lot of people are going to be using the horse helper mod if you're on PC. A lot of guys on console are asking why can't we have a horse helper mod. But if you are going to be exercising your horses and you need to exercise them, why not do it and it be a bit more immersive. You know, it's a brilliant way of doing it. It's very clever. So, yeah, right. See you in a bit. Tiberius is back, fully exercised, and has been brushed down and cleaned. Oh, the mighty New Holland T6 Blue Power needs a bit of love and attention. Look at the state of it. So for those people that said, why do you have your dirt turned off? I really don't. Look at the state of these. They need some work. They need some love. And we did all of that with only 386 litres of fertiliser left in that. That's pretty impressive. So we're going to head back to the yard, give this a wash, repair this and the trailer, the fertiliser spreader. See, that's another bit of equipment. Unless someone makes a modded version or a newer one comes along, or something that's more efficient or more, you know, that's going to be used in a lot of Let's Plays. Let's be honest, it's, you know, again, it's that learning curve. It's always good to use new stuff and change things up, and if new mods come out, to try and incorporate them as best you can. But as you go through the game, you will start to learn what things you like, what your preferences are, what bits of machinery you get on really well with that you enjoy using. It might just be the look of it, it could be the manufacturer. There's so many reasons why people choose bits of equipment, and that's brilliant. So yeah, there are going to be a few bits that I'm going to be using a lot. They're going to be cropping up regularly, I think. I know I've done a lot of talking. I'm just kind of, you know, it's just nice to chat and explain stuff, and it's nice that because we're on that wind down now, because I'm now heading back, and we're going to be kind of packing up, getting ready to move on. There's not that hustle and bustle and stress and rush and, you know, getting a field done, fertilising this, you know, which is what you do when you're playing the game. You know, you're moving from field to field and you're cultivating, harvesting, fertilising, seeding, sowing, planting, you know, whatever it might be, delivering, doing contracts, doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing. And I said before, every now and again, it's nice to just slow down and just drive around a bit and just, you know, just enjoy the vehicles and the map for what they are. Oh, that's bumpy. This tractor, awesome. I mean, I always love the T7 Blue Power on 17, which is brilliant. This is just as cool. I love the armour track that I'm using in Marwell Manor. That's brilliant. That little Deutz-Fahr clear view. It's noisy, but it's brilliant. There are some cracking bits of kit. Whoa. Okay, we may have just broken an axle. So, first things first, let's give it a bit of a jet wash, clean it all up. Make it look all gleaming and shiny and lovely and new again. Awesome. Right. What's that? You can actually see that the wheels are silver. Wow. Blimey, birds everywhere. Cool. That's actually not too bad. I thought it'd be way worse than that. Okay, well, let's look back up to that. What's this going to cost me? A little bit more. Oh, 73. Oh, I've still got on pounds, haven't I? Never mind. It's okay. There should be a bit of space next to this trailer. There we go. Can we get that in there? Hopefully. Or is it a bit too wide? We'll get it in there. Lovely. Move that right over so I can get out of it. Look at the size difference between the blue power and the big bud. That is... Oh, brilliant. Love it. That has just been an amazing tractor right from the word go. Wow, there we go. It's interesting actually looking at all the machinery and stuff we've got in it. Look. The mowers. The new trailer, we used that a couple of times. Then we bought the bigger one, which you've only used a couple of times. Oh yeah, we haven't. I mean, we upgraded, didn't we? Ready, and we bought the new. We didn't use it. Oh man. Still a very pretty harvester. It's very, very nice indeed. But that was more about the expansion of the farm, wasn't it? And upgrading. We went from harvester to harvester to harvester, you know. Somebody's going to get a very good deal on this farm. I'm going to be very lucky and very, very happy here. Plus you've got land to expand. You've got field 4 and field 18. And, you know, it's all good. And the hayloft is well stocked. I made sure that was done. So it's all good. I'm now off to get a plane. Not buy one, catch a plane. Get a flight, catch a flight, whichever. Nice, I've enjoyed playing on Ravenport. I've enjoyed this a lot. I've enjoyed this Let's Play. Thank you for coming along with me on this Let's Play. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have, it's been great. And like I said a couple of episodes ago, last episode, at some point you've got to move on. Do something new, liven things up, freshen things up, and that's what we're going to be doing. We've just finished out of the contract and collected. We're on 246,000 in the bank, which is pretty good, I have to say, considering all the equipment and stuff we've bought. But that's it from me on Ravenport for this episode and this Let's Play. Like I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.